You know, I'm going to hit the record button at this point. One, because I found a letter, and two, because we're talking about dying malls. I'm just wandering around finding question marks, but time to actually record. So collect the goods from the same crate as usual. If you get to the drop-off on time, you'll get the full sum we agreed to. If you get there no later than a week after we sign, you'll get half. If you're later than a week, you're dead. You go. Don't want any witnesses. If someone notices you, kill them first. Ask questions later. Oh, might as well do that one, I guess. Anyway, so we went to, so today's Shell's birthday, decided to go out, had to kill some time, went to a mall, and the mall was, like, I've not seen a better sign of, like, I'm gonna say, suburban decay as this specific mall in a very long time. Let's see. Yeah, thanks to the internet, many walk-in stores and shopping centers are rapidly losing customers. It's pretty sad. I'm mixed on it. On one hand, like, it is a bit sad. On the other hand, like, malls never really appealed to me in the same way that it did to other people. I know there's a number of people... Oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff around here.
Back when I was a kid, it was a treat to go to the mall with the whole family because we would visit multiple stores. There was FYE. I don't know if FYEs exist anymore. For Your Entertainment. Do you remember how massive those stores could be?
I just didn't like FYE.
Oh, but they had a bunch of video games and movies and memorabilia from, like, films and stuff. Standees, action figures.
Okay, FYE still exists.
Okay, it does. But the mall where I used to live, it was one of those huge stores that you could walk from one side of it to the other and end up on the other side of the mall.
Yeah.
But we would go for, like, food court food and the merry-go-round and GameStop and various clothing stores. My mom would like to go to those. I don't know. It was interesting. We would go to Tivana to try out teas. What were other interesting things? I know people liked Build-A-Bear. I never personally ever got into Build-A-Bear.
I just feel like with a lot of these stores, it's a lot of space spent on...
Well, they have to rent it out, too.
Mm-hmm. And I think for me, I would much rather, to some degree, have... I would actually much rather have much more, like, online shopping. Oh. There's just a cave here. Have I been in this cave?
Yeah,
I have been in that cave.
Shopping for things in person is great for if you need to feel and hold something.
Very true. I just wish that we could reclaim some of the space used on these shopping plazas and turn them back into, like, nature locations and whatnot.
Oh, definitely. But to go back to the, like, why you think that they ever appealed to people in the first place, do you remember the second season of...
Oh, I have.
You know Stranger Things. It would be the third season of Stranger Things, right?
Yeah, third season where they have the mall.
Where the mall is a huge focal point because it's something brand new in the town and it's a destination for people.
True. But so the mall we went into today had space for maybe 15 stores, and I think only 3 of them were open. The rest were locked, shuttered, just absolutely gutted. And it was, I think it was both distressing and kind of, it was depressing. Because, like, yeah, this was a place that people used to be. Can I just not dive? Geralt of Can't Sink. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess it's just that shallow. And so, I guess I should probably mention, the reason why we were out was because went for Thai food, needed to kill some time before watching Star Wars, ended up going to a fairly good bookstore called Powell's around this area. But so we were just kind of having a bad day beforehand. Everything seemed cursed. The food wasn't very good, and getting there sucked. And so yeah, going into this absolutely like ghost town mall was just like, it was it was bleak. And I don't know. I guess I don't go out that much, but it feels very strange. But, I don't know. Like, I've just been into a lot of malls over the years, on trips and just because I've lived in various places. And to be totally honest, for me, a lot of the malls do feel really kind of useless. Like, do you remember all those, like, Brookstone or, like, really well, I guess, oh no, Shell didn't leave. Okay. Those, like, really overpriced, like, gift stores or, like, kind of TV, couch, whatever stores. Whoa. How is this? The hell are you? Basilisk.
Damn, you're ugly.
I can't hit this thing. There we go. Okay. Shell's having trouble. Here, if you wait for like 2 seconds for me to kill this basilisk, I will help you. I just need to cut its everything off. Luckily, this basilisk is not having the damage that I'm laying down. There we go. Is that it? No, there's definitely treasure here.
Apologize to everyone who had to hear the microphone fall into the floor.
Alright, there we go. I guess I'll help Shell now. Okay. There we go. Less random destruction. And I don't remember where else we can go. I think we've cleared out this area, yeah? Yeah. Alright, I guess we'll go grab these. Or maybe we don't want to. That's Catskill diagrams level. Yeah, that's maybe a bit high level for me. Where to go next? Actually, we can get the volunteer done pretty quick, so let's go to Hindhold and just walk over. Okay, but yeah, so just kind of having a bad day before going to this mall, and then yeah, going into this place, it was just so bleak and so depressing that like we kind of had this conversation about how it's just like kind of just terrible birthday time. And then, you know, going to the bookstore helped. But it's kind of one of those where we have a lot of books already that we haven't read yet. And so...
I feel guilty about getting any more.
Yeah.
And also, you're so spoiled for choice, it almost becomes...
Yeah, there's thousands of books in there.
Distressing?
Many of them look really good. I added a bunch to my, like, reading list. But until I actually read said books, it's kind of like, what's the point of any of these things? Which means I need to sit down and actually start reading some books. But yeah, so it's kind of sad. It's like, yeah, it's her birthday, but we kind of can't buy anything. Not because we can't buy it, but it's just because, like, we already have enough, so we don't really need to get more.
I didn't need anything. It was just...
It would have been nice.
I wanted to get out of the house and do something, and it was raining all day today, and... But, yeah, we missed the showing of Star Wars that we intended to go to.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it just to get some closure. Because for the last couple of years, I had just been sad and angry. And... Should we...
nest needs to be destroyed.
Let's not talk too much about Star Wars.
Oh, no. No. We
Cool
don't
guys
need to.
watch explosions.
Whoa! Look at that devourer.
Yeah, I think it's like a high-tier rot fiend. Explodes into poison. Good to know.
I really think... I do wonder when movies are going to subside and everything's going to be a television series.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I will hate that. I don't like watching movies that much.
Well, I noticed that you're up for, say, a 20 to 40-minute episode.
Correct.
Of something, but a 2-hour-long movie. Do you know what? I almost wonder... It seemed like back in the day, movies were at most an hour to an hour and a half long. Do you remember how that's how much VHSs would be? Mm-hmm. And if you went over 2 hours,
you needed a second VHS.
You needed to have a second VHS.
Yeah. Yeah, so for me, one, I don't like... Well, it's weird. I don't like sitting in place for that long for a movie, just because, like, there's other things that I want to get done in my life.
Wander also guarantee you needs to go to the bathroom once.
Yep. Always once. Usually I try and time it during boring scenes. Mm-hmm. But, like, sometimes I don't get it. I don't know.
I mean, he pretty much missed an inconsequential scene in this.
I missed two, but, yeah, it honestly didn't matter. It was kind of just like, oh, no, I missed a scene out of, like, 1,000. all I remember is I've definitely missed a couple of like sort of memorable scenes. Like there was the ball in, was it? It was either Harry Potter 4 or 5. They had like a big dance, and I just completely missed the big dance. So I still have no idea what it looks like.
I haven't even seen the third movie, so.
Let's see.
Oh, a bloodstained document. I've stopped the bleeding. I need to collect my thoughts. I could go for help. There's a village not far. I can hear dogs barking. So you know where civilization is because you hear barking dogs. Okay, in any case. But people would see what uniform I wear. They'd ask what I was doing in the swamps. They'd figure it out. They'd take everything. Maybe kill me. This is Velen after all. Oh, I've lost a quart of blood. I know because I poured it all into a jar. Maybe more. If the wound is still clean by dawn, I should pull through. I'll leave it daylight. Maybe then the drowners won't attack. I'll bury the treasure and head to Novigrad. Should be able to find a decent man there to patch me up. Someone who won't ask questions. Who doesn't care if you're a deserter. All that's left for me now is to pray that no one sees the tracks I left. They don't follow the blood trail and find the treasure. But no one will come through here. I hope. Everything will be fine. So let's follow the blood trail and find this guy.
Blood trail indeed. Random stuff. Done. I love it when quests are that quick. Okay, so, was the new Star Wars any good? I think that is something that's going to be incredibly subjective and depends on everybody you ask.
It was...
It
tried to undo a lot, and it was really, really condensed. It really should have been 2 movies to allow just a little bit more pauses, but I also question a lot of
It would have been good if they had
it.
split it into episodes 9 and 10 and gave the content room to breathe. Because there were actually some very good moments, and there were also some very dumb moments, and I was just like, I know you included this because you needed to make things make sense, but oh boy, trying to do that in about 30 seconds just felt, god damn it, not another one of these.
I felt like they tried to have more chemistry between the characters, and more of their motivations were coming through, and they finally included Chewbacca and C-3PO and R2-D2 and just a little bit more. The whole second movie was a waste. It should have been scrapped, and...
Shell did not like The Last Jedi.
No.
But,
no.
Short version is, I actually liked it. I thought the artistry was the best of the series. Like, there were some really cool shots. But the plot was definitely like this weird rush.
The first line of the opening crawl.
The opening crawl did not set the tone well for me.
Really bad.
I was just like, what? What?
What?
Because I actually went into it with like minimal spoilers, and so like just having that show up, I was just like, oh, okay then.
But for the number of adventures that they had, it would have been great if they just had more time to do it.
Yeah.
And so it really did feel like an abridged highlights at breakneck pace.
I'm just not going to read these letters anymore. I mean, we could, but it's just going to tell us that there's a lockbox buried in the river.
Yeah.
Or maybe not the river, but it's like somewhere here.
I suppose I could go ranting on forever, but I'll just
What the?
What the? Basilisk came out of nowhere.
What the?
I'll just summarize it like this. Of the new trilogy, it was probably...
It was my favorite.
It was probably the best of the new trilogy, the sequel trilogy. But overall, the trilogy was and...
Go watch The Mandalorian.
And definitely worse than the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy.
Kill if you love the gods!
I will say compared to the prequels, I think I liked the characters, with the exception of Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan was awesome. Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan was awesome.
Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan.
There's obviously...
Oh, hello.
Oh. Wait, is this a troll?
In the army, lost to you, in the all.
It is a troll.
In the army, lost to you, in the all.
Don't kill him. Tell him to sing.
He's the volunteer.
Oh. Oh.
You mans! Here, Redania Camp Army! No cross, no boat steal!
Redanian army? Where are you hiding them?
In here! Me! No see mans? Join me! King Ravodid Army! Order got guard boatses!
Boats are in pretty bad shape.
Me guard boats, Red say. But no wood for to make a fence. Their boats high, so me fence make a boats. Boats guard boats.
Why'd you join the army? Someone recruit you?
Crude? No crude. Come good soldier mans. Say chargy man wants boats. Peasanters, they steals peasanters' boats. Puzzler trollololo? Dunno.
Think I do. Redanians seized some peasants' boats. Thought the peasants might try to take them back. What happened next?
Chargy man go. Soldier mans drink and sing. Lots sing. Listen, troll. Buff. Come, peasanters, swing sharpie sticks. I help one army. Runner to runner. Holla, peasanters. Holla, soldier mans. Gentle. Move them apart. But all lie down. Soldier mans too. But order had me watch boats. And watch I. Trollololo soldier man now. Trollolol just sing too. You for sing you?
No
Yeah,
thanks. Heard you
Aw.
earlier. But listen, where are the bodies? Don't see any.
Hungry go. Should no waste. Peasanters good food. Soldier man friends. Not so good big stew. Always good.
I bet he's gonna ask you to want if he wants some. It's like, nope. Sorry.
I like this troll.
Okay. I do really like this troll. The poor troll, unfortunately, was duped into helping.
Yeah,
bad
and ended up,
people.
I think, murdering everybody, but like...
Did he murder? He said that they were
He
fighting.
said gently push them aside.
But gently pushed them aside. More like he probably slapped them and they all fell down dead. That's what he meant by they all lie down.
Yeah. Oh well.
Guess I understand. Wartime rules?
Man's soldier man too?
No.
Trollololo. Makes man soldier man. Trollo. Chargy man. Say, bring paint. And man brings paint.
Paint? What are we talking about?
Paint! Paint! Red colory, white colory, city gods, no city go. Trollolo, what's boats?
Does he want to paint himself with Redanian
Yep.
colors?
Yep.
Just so happens I have some paint on me.
Oh! 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 Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Has paint, but how? Dunno.
Oh.
Might be a problem.
Man's how no. I order. Man's nose.
I guess I do. Depends what.
Birdo colory. Redania birdo. Shields like.
Oh, so
Guess I can give it a shot. Got a brush?
you're gonna paint the bird on?
Beautiful. pretty birdo.
Think so? As long as you're happy with it.
Man's good. Not like other mans take Jews. What a pretty, pretty
I would like to see the adventures of Geralt, the sometimes artist, and Rock Troll, the bard.
Toss a rock to your witcher. Oh no, he's splat.
This troll is my favorite character of the game so far.
Rip a leg off the witcher. Use good taste. Alright. Well, that was a cute little quest. So what do we want to do? Because we've got a couple of things that we can do. We got a lot of quests that we're, like, kind of getting close to level. I don't even know what... I'm level 12. Let's go play some cards. I guess we're gonna go down here quick, grab whatever is there, and then go do other quests. I don't know.
Why aren't there more sentient monster people?
Yeah.
Because we've only seen some elves and some dwarves. I know that in the television show they showed fawns, but only one.
Toss a stone to your wisher, oh landslide of plenty. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, I want to play more games where there's just such a wide variety of races and cultures.
And that when you have races, like, you know, how that troll is just shaped in such a peculiar fashion. Just not just humans with peculiar colored hair and skin and horns added on and such. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Also, thank you, Noodlelot, for the 25-month resub. Happy birthday again. Yeah, happy birthday, Shell. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's yours.
Well, darn and patch. A lot of these are just, you know, services
okay, so we can
rendered.
kind of skip some of the ones that don't seem
If it
super
works,
interesting.
I can patch it.
Let's
a
see.
free dog.
Uh,
Oh, so the guy wants to give the dog away to someone who won't eat him.
Yep. Handicrafts. We'll trade sentient rugs for food. And here we go. Contract monster from the swamp. Anyone knows how to read this and read it carefully, so that it's known far and wide, or at least throughout the whole village. Out of the bog, by where we dig peat, there's a beast that feeds on men and spurts out deadly mists all around itself.
Ugh.
If you're good with the sword and looking for a coin, then I'll pay well for that beast's head. And everybody else, stay out of that accursed bog if you value your lives. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Don't. Oh, don't click
That's
on
off. What? There you go.
it. Okay, well, look at what he said. It feeds on people and spurts
It's
out
a devourer.
deadly mists.
We just fought one of those things.
Yeah, but it's deadly farts.
Curse of farts. I told you. Wrong game. It transcends.
The curse of farts is something you've used in other games aside from Okami.
It was very much just Okami, though. Whee!
Yeah, but there are a number of games that we've seen deadly mists and poison clouds in.
True. But I was very, very passionate about the curse of farts in Okami.
Ugly bastard.
Wait, where do these drowners come from? This doesn't seem to
Bog.
be near the coast.
This is technically supposed to have water on it. I'm looking at the map.
It just seemed like some muck rather than...
Yeah, I mean, you can drown in small amounts of water.
No, that's true. What's that? A statue? One of the goddess statues to the left?
Yeah, different type, but yes. Man, I remember I used to watch America's Funniest Home Videos followed by Stargate. And some of them were less funny. Like, one was like high-speed riverboat races.
Stay clear of that fog if you value your life.
Oh, it might... Okay, well...
Yeah, that's Slav, the guy that
Careful, sir.
was giving the quest.
A monster prowls the bog. Enter the mist and you'll never see home again.
Assume you put up the notice in DOWNWARREN.
Aye, 'twere me. Good to know someone reads them.
Paid a scribe a dozen eggs to write it up.
I can help. For a fee.
Course! Why, even an ox don't pull a plough for free.
Alright, time I got to work. Where'll I find this monster?
Start south of here, but beware. Bad, poxy air hangs o'er the marsh. Stings your eyes, claws at your throat. Claws so hard you could choke.
Sounds like it's time to set things on fire. Contract Swamp Thing. Ha.
The swamp thing. Didn't they use the swamp thing to advocate for less pollution, cleaner waterways?
Think so.
I specifically remember seeing a commercial on YouTube where that probably was a muck monster. Just a number of drowners. Where some kids were throwing cans into the swamp, and the swamp thing comes
Geralt,
out with the can. And
Girl, why did you put your sword away? What?
Is it because you stepped on different terrain, or?
I don't know. He just put it away for some reason.
Something here. Different than artifact Kira gave me. Guess a few individuals feed here. Different claw marks. Strange. No tracks around the corpses here. No tracks around the corpses.
Geralt, your mutations are showing in the worst possible way. Okay, there we go.
Tracks masked with magic. This is getting interesting.
Masked with magic? What kind of
No
creature?
ordinary fog this. The odor. Metallic almost.
Metallic? Is it farting blood clouds? Or what? No, it's definitely green. Could have been vampiric.
One way or another,
something.
it's in here.
Something that likes to hide from the light?
Didn't even have time to pull out his weapon. Monster must have been concealed. Surprised him. Guess I'm dealing with an old foglet, hiding behind an illusion.
Oh, foglets. Need to do any more tracking? Or
Yeah.
is it another
It's that over
corpse?
there. It's just harder to navigate.
There's something here. Need to use the eye.
I've already looted the cave.
So, foglets have more magic at their disposal. There it goes. Oh.
Interesting how weak these are, considering I would have had to do the quest with Kira Metz. I guess that was a
Bastards
level
are
5
strong.
quest.
Must be the fog.
But no, they're not.
Cutscene? Ooh. Oh. What's that? Ugh.
Nice foglings you got there.
Wait,
Not for long.
Is he called IGNIS FATUUS? Interesting.
Geralt fights
Something about
foglings by
fire.
just swinging at the fog. Come back here, Ignis Fardus. Ow!
So these... You saw how his whole abdominal cavity was empty. Then why do they feast on people if it all just slops out of them?
Ignis Flatulus.
Flatulous?
I serve the flaming farts! I serve the flaming fist. At some point we'll play Baldur's Gate together.
Haven't they done new releases? Or
Sort
there's gonna be, like, a
of. It's called the
remaster,
Enhanced
or-
Editions. They're not really...
Ooh, I like that.
It's a pretty cave.
Bioluminescent. I don't know what those are in particular. They're on the end of vines, but they're not any fungi
they're just
I'm
like
familiar
little
with.
glowing flowers. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 had enhanced editions. Let's see, I'm pretty sure there's no loot in here. Yeah. I already got it all.
Plenty of drowners by the sound of it.
Yep. Well, they were probably eating the drowners, maybe. Let's see. Oh.
So we have to go back to the guy.
Yeah, might as well grab... I'm gonna grab this one first. Slightly out of the way, but we're probably not gonna be back here anytime soon. And my problem with stuff like Baldur's Gate is those games are just kind of long.
Mm-hmm. That too.
It almost feels like... After a certain point, some games just should be played off-stream just for the sake of not spending like 2 months filming a whole series. That works for certain games like this, where it's kind of casual. I don't know.
Well, it seems like you typically choose a game that you can play in any condition that is relaxing. I wouldn't necessarily say that The Witcher is a relaxing game, but...
I tried to install a no-gore mod. I don't think it's working. Or, not a no-gore mod, a reduced gore mod. Hopefully it's less, but I can't tell. I just know a lot of... I got several messages from people being like, can you, like, turn it down a bit? And I was like, yeah, actually, I probably could.
Well,
What now,
so
you piece
would it
of
be...
filth?
Would it just prevent you from using finishers that cleave people in half or limbs off of them?
Pretty much, yeah.
I do remember that there were some games that... Actually, wasn't there a skating game where it was actually really, really bloody?
Yeah.
And if you wanted to, you could turn the blood on and off?
I'm 90% certain that was Thug. Pontiac's Underground.
Oh, really?
Might have been.
Yeah, because every time you had your character wipe out...
Or could it... Oh, no. You know what? It was probably Skate. Because the Skate series would show you a skeleton and, like, bones breaking and stuff.
Oh, no. This is an old game. This would be PS1 era.
Yeah, so that was probably Tony Hawk then. No, they got more brutal as you went along.
Ew.
Because, like...
Because all it would do is it would leave blood smears on the skating area. I was like, why do that? I still remember one reason why I never actually got around to playing Dragon Age was because of their weird gimmick.
Yeah, they're like, so much blood, and
It was a weird gimmick
It
trailer
was
where it was
so
just
strange.
blood. Splatter the blood of your enemies all over your armor. Have it carry into cutscenes.
Yeah, but it just looked like the characters had just been, like, splatted.
Uh-huh.
It looked
did.
dumb. Instead of, like, compelling or anything like that, it was just like...
Yeah, you did install the no nudity mod, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully characters will have panties at the very least.
Yeah. 90% certain I installed that. If not, I can go double check. But yeah, I know you can't, like, PG-13 The Witcher that well. But I might as well try a little bit. Mainly because, like, we're kind of having this discussion during, the most recent Star Wars game that we played. But I don't really care to see blood, guts, or gore in these shows or games or whatever.
Typically in Star Wars you don't see it because blaster bolts and lightsabers don't leave blood.
Well, I think it's for me, I just don't care, so I might as well just turn it off. Because, like, specifically for execution moves, that just takes more time that I could easily just not spend watching Geralt cleave people in twain.
Though you do like execution moves in, say, Darksiders.
Because
But is that because you're facing
you're
evil
ripping
monster
apart
demons?
big monsters. Yeah.
Any tidings?
Monster's dead. Fog's dispersed.
Ha! Village folk will be content. Give 'em cause to celebrate. Well, you've earned your reward. Take it, and fare you well.
People are asking why we're against blood nudity. Well, also, think about it this way, too. Aside from our own personal preferences on things,
Financially.
for instance, recently, I've been starting to upload Hellblade Send You a Sacrifice. Admittedly, there's a lot of depictions of death and gore and corpses and whatnot. And so far, it's been, well, it's within the context of a video game, but I've been starting to upload with the new system, and I noticed that there's a whole section dedicated to language, violence, firearms,
Yeah,
a bunch
so
of other things.
straight up, I make less money if there's an exposed tit or a
blood.
gruesome kill in a game. And so with certain games, I can't
They
avoid
actually
it.
take away your monetization.
Yep.
Giddy
I will make... I think it ends up being like, I make maybe 20% of what I normally would on a video if it's demonetized. And realistically, like, it's only one video out of like 100 or so that actually does get demonetized. But that's still something that I could easily just like do without. No skin off my back, and I don't have to worry about
How you like that silver?
I don't have to worry about a financial cost as a result. Oh, water hag.
And that
Quinn.
too, we already have, for instance, very clean language, and personally we don't feel the need to swear or to use a lot of vulgar terms. And the thing too is, I think it makes it more accessible to a wider range of people if you don't employ that language. But also, I was looking over all of the new ad adjustments, and they do allow softer exclamations, like I would say, what was it, hell, or
I mean,
damn,
they
or
they
shit
even
or
allowed
something.
a lot of hard.
But actually no, the harder stuff is actually limited monetization. It's further
Yeah.
down the list.
Yeah, well, it's also excessive amounts. Let's see. Did we switch to Cavil's face? Nah.
No, we haven't.
I actually
Also-
like this Witcher's design.
I
Faster.
like the Witcher.
I
in
like
this game.
both. Let's see. YouTube issues could be readily solved if they simply made a rating system so creators could give that, and advertisers would choose to bracket. That actually is how it currently works.
The thing
It's-
is, more advertisers are willing to advertise on people's channels if they know that there's
Yeah,
less
so for
objectionable
example-
content.
You know, toy commercials
Slow now.
generally would prefer, toy companies would prefer it to be friendly to everybody-ish. But no, like, straight up, when I put out a video, I can actually choose what kind of content is in my video, and it'll match me with advertisers, you know, appropriately.
People are saying they had never heard me use some of those words before. I was using them in the context of giving a list of things that we avoid saying for the most part.
Come
I'm
on.
obviously not going to list all of them, but some of the tamer ones, I would consider that to be a tamer one, because people use it to describe fecal matter on the ground or rubbish, that kind of thing.
Let's see, ad providers mostly don't want their ads to be on 18+ videos, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. They don't
don't-
really want to have that subconscious association between Downey and ripping a person apart, or, you know, huge amounts of blood, death, and gore.
Well,
Obviously, you could have some kind of humorous,
Move it.
humorous marketing if you, like, really tried. With, like, let's say, is it Brawny? Brawny paper towels, and, like...
what?
Be gone! Be gone! The powers will not relent.
Who is this?
I have no idea.
It's not the werewolf. Is it
Nope.
something else?
Why is that werewolf hugging the tree?
I think it's caught behind the tree, but only
that
momentarily.
Turn back. Turn
Oh, is it that up?
Medallion's humming. Place of power. It's gotta be.
Be gone. Be gone. Be gone.
Is it something in the cave that's shown on the map?
Yeah, it's in this cave over here.
Hmm. Interesting.
Oh, might as well check it out. See, YouTube nowadays is hot trash. I mixed. It's definitely not the site that it was like 5-6 years ago.
I think the
I don't
issue,
necessarily think.
the issue is in part
Be gone.
that. Oh,
Come no closer.
oh, it's a tree being. It's a big.
I know whence you come.
Well, this is certainly interesting.
Ooh.
The powers that protect me, they sense whence you come.
Let's see if we played Witcher 3 before. This is the farthest I've ever been. I played a little bit of it.
And
But
I've never played any of those
This
Witcher
is
games.
this is all new to me. Do you get this quest yet? Nope.
Why have you come? Why spill this blood? Are you here to grant me death? Or is my freedom your wish?
Didn't set out to hurt anyone. I was attacked, had to defend myself.
I sense no wrath,
Didn't come here in anger.
beguiled by darkness. But your heart, it is not black.
I can hear a voice. Can't see who it belongs to, though.
I am but a spirit. I am but a whisper.
Whisper to the wolves. Tell them to stay away. Who are you?
Once I protected them, now they protect me. I protected this spot from the crones. The crones killed me. My spirit they captured, imprisoned me in the tree. Help! Aid me! Free me! I wish to be free again.
Wait a minute. Yeah, what about the crows?
I feel like we should probably wait until we meet the Crones before I make a decision.
The crones. What do you know about them?
The sisters are older than the oldest trees. Velen is their realm. All life here serves them. The sisters live concealed. You will not find them. They hear all. You cannot hide.
I can't decide just yet.
You must come back. Free me. I beg you. Beware my sentries. They stand guard still.
Whispering Hillock. So this creature was once human, potentially? And the crones killed them, attached their spirit to the tree, and now it has a bunch of werewolves that guard it? I mean, the ladies of the wood could be other crones, but... Oh, quest items would be to the right.
Yeah, I was just confused because we had quest books.
Oh,
Okay,
there's
there it
Lady
is.
of the Wood.
Yeah, so
Yep.
why didn't it show up in the books tab? I don't get it. Whatever.
Ladies of the wood, the gods have abandoned us. The mighty of this earth care not for our fate. Only the ladies of the wood watch over Velen. In foul times, when plague and famine reap their harvest, we must beg the ladies for help. If they see fit, they will hear our pleas and knock back fortune's foul blow. This is how one begs. This is how one begs help from the ladies. Find a child, young and innocent. Oh no, don't tell me that they're going to be offering them out sacrifices. Find a child, young and innocent, and take it. to the Crookback Bog. Seek out the Lady's Shrine. 'Tis where the trail of treats begins. Trail of treats? Oh, is this like Hansel and Gretel or something? Where they... Set the child off on the trail, and it shall follow the sweet track and find the good ladies. The child will never want for anything again, for the ladies are kind and generous. Stand before their shrine, pronounce your supplication, and the good ladies will hear, for they see and hear all that takes place in their demesne? I've never seen that. Is it another word for domain? I think that that would also be synonymous with domain. If you made the offering as it must be done, your plea shall be heard.